Docs, we've had such great success with our Corporate Skeleton Key program and some of the doctors in the program. I want to share with you some of the best practices. Real quick soundbite to help you grow your practice. Before I do that, one quick thing. We are going to be hosting our Marketing Bonanza December 6th and 7th. You got to check it out. It's a phenomenal event. 2 great days of growth. I host 2 big events each year, and I'm doing all of day 1 this year. How to do level material. You're going to want to check it out. But in this idea of sharing with you what has worked for our doctors, when you speak to corporate and you're booking your events or you're doing it through your patients, I want to tell you what's of paramount importance and has been repeated with our doctors in the Corporate Skeleton Key is this idea that you want to avoid yes or no answers. Words that you want to use instead of yes or no are usually, typically, and eventually. So if someone were to ask you, how much runway time does it take to get a doctor in, rather than saying, tomorrow, or if they say, can we get somebody in right away next week, and you say yes or no, say, usually we can do that in a week. A lot of times they'll ask you questions like, well, how many people attend these events? Is it okay if we only have 12? And you say yes or no. Yes is okay, no it's not. Avoid yes-no answers and say, well, typically the corporations and companies we work with have about 30 people. And there's a lot of different scenarios. I'm just giving you some sound bites, but the idea is when it comes to closing, a lot of times they'll say, well, are people going to come in, or is there going to be some kind of solicitation? What I like to say is, rather than yes or no, is eventually people will come in because they're going to love the doctor's bedside manner. So what we want to do is set them up with answers that aren't yes or no, black and white. Usually, typically, and eventually will give you more flexibility in the phone call, and it allows you time with the person or with the patient or with the human resource director, or maybe you're doing a talk to do talks like we do through our insurance brokers. And what you can then do with the human resource directors is use those phrases to avoid black or white being pinned in and give yourself some flexibility. You're going to be booking more events. So use those phrases well, use them frequently, and avoid yes-no answers, too short-ended, too closed-ended. Open it up and back them up a little bit, and you can explain the process. That's how you're going to get into more places. If you understand what it is to do a talk, to do talks, what that means is we do a presentation to a room full of human resource directors, and we typically do that through an insurance broker. Some phenomenal information coming out on that. One of the events we're hosting to explain it is ACDC, Allowing Corporate to Discover Chiropractic, but you've got to use phrases just like that keep you out of yes-no answers. Hey docs, keep charging. We will see you soon, and hopefully we'll see you at our Marketing Bonanza at the end of the year, December 6th and 7th.